Ooh, I can put people on timeouts now. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, God. Allergies. God, I hope this is allergies. Are you coming up? Where are you? Where are you? Drogo? I'm losing it. Oh my God, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, tired. I don't know. What the heck? Do you have to go poop now? I hope you're just going pee. I don't want to smell that. I need my lotion. My hands are all dry. Oh. Happy Grinchathon! I thought Drogo would want to come lay with me, but guess not. Yay! Sorry, my hand. I just took a bath and now my hands are like, my skin is like dry. Can't stand it. Gotta lotion up. How's everybody's Grinchathon? I've read 4, 5, 6, 7 books. 7? But 1, 2, 5 of those were audiobooks, so. Oh. Are you coming up? Coming up? Come up? What? What? Get up here. Come on. Come on. Drogo's sitting there just staring at me. Okay, Kelly. 2 comics. That's good, though. That's something. Hey, 2 comics is something. I'm probably going to finish this before bed, but I started Saga. And it, started... I always forget how, Saga is rated explicit. I open up the first page and I'm like, whoa, that is a penis. And then, of course, I send photos of what I'm reading to Josh just while he's at work, just to bug him. He's like, whoa. He's like, I opened my phone and that's the first thing I see. I'm like, hey, I opened the book and it was the first thing I saw. I love Saga so much, but it is definitely a graphic. It's definitely a graphic novel. Yeah, if it wasn't for my audiobooks, I wouldn't have finished. I would have only finished an ebook and a physical book, one physical book. Yeah. I'm reading things, it's just a lot of audiobooks. Because I usually do an audiobook a day. Today I did 1.5 audiobooks. Probably could have finished the other one, but I didn't get to it. I only have 2 hours left. But yeah. And 3 of those books were on my TBR. The rest wasn't. But yeah. If it wasn't for my job, I barely finish anything. I listen to like an audiobook while I work because it helps me focus, which is crazy to me that I can focus on the two things, but thanks to whoever granted me the ability of ADHD, which would be my dad. Just so many things not on my TBR. Yeah, like the ebook that I read wasn't on my TBR. I have another ebook started that's not on my TBR. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of those books over there that I finished weren't on my TBR. I will be completely happy if I finish. I don't even know where I put it. What the heck? Oh, I put it back over there. If I finish the letter Q, I'm just gonna be really happy when I finish that because it wrecks me every day. Every day is just, oof. I think the one that hurt the most was like, I think because there was one that was like, I forget who wrote it. Bruce Corville, is that how you say his name? But he's bi, and it's the bisexual letters that really get me because I'm bi, so I can relate. And it's like, oof. And that one really got me because it was like a lot about talking about how like we bisexuals are like some of like people in the queer community reject us, like the gay people reject us because we're not gay enough, and straight people reject us because we're not straight enough, and it's just all my chia pets. I know, I just put them up there because like I kept buying chia pets but never actually taking them out of the box and using them. So I think sorry, he used that litter box, so now the litter box is gonna rotate. I think there might be another chia pet somewhere, but there is Pennywise, Sophia from Golden Girls, Rick from Rick and Morty, a Groot one, and then Bob Ross. Bob Ross one and the Rick and Morty one, I think, were gifts for Josh, but we never even took them out of the box. I always make a TBR, but I was telling, I forget who I was telling in the chat that like I really like I never stick to it. Sometimes, like the last Grinchathon, what I did was I had a really successful last Grinchathon, but I ended up reading everything that was on my TBR, but also like intermingling stuff throughout, which is kind of what I've been doing this round too. But I haven't finished everything on my TBR, and I don't know if that's going to happen. But chia. Are you coming up? Oh, you brought me your mouse. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Oh, did I knock down my blanket? I'm sorry. Hold on. Here. Sorry, I didn't know that you brought me your mouse. My bad. Like the end of the world. He's just like staring at me like, are you going to throw it? I don't know where to put these books. There we go. It's rotating. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, you're fine. I get distracted. I didn't even notice. Yeah. There's an interesting blend. I wish they would do another one of those books. Not that I want to have my heart broken again, but I feel like they should do like one of those books every couple years. Oh, The Letter Q. Yeah, it's a nonfiction book. It's called The Letter Q, and it's queer writers writing letters to their younger selves. It's been oof. I cry every single time. And I've divided it up so that way I only have to read like a portion a day. I haven't been trying to read the whole thing, and that helps, but yeah, it's been brutal. And it's the oldest book on my TBR or my currently reading. Yes. Your mouse is too far away. Oh my goodness. You can't see. I don't know if you saw, but he went like this to my. I don't know if it was up high enough, but all of a sudden I feel like a tapping on my shoulder. Is Drogo. Your mouse. This is why I keep the broom here, so that way I can reach your mouse that you didn't bring close enough. Here. Ready? Ready? Get it. But yeah, it's been on I've been reading it since the last update I think was 2019 or 2018. It was a long time ago. And it's anything that's like short story collections and nonfiction are really. You're perfect. This is not going to be a live chat of me just playing fetch with my cat. But any like short story collections or nonfiction books, and that's a twofer. They take me forever to read anyway, but this one is like I cry so much. What are you? Ouch! Ooh, those are claws in my back. Okay. It's hard to have the broom. Yeah. He does it on purpose and then he yells at me. It's like just barely out of reach. And then he'll sit here and scream at me and tap me and bug me. And I'm like, dude, I can't. What? Why don't you just lay down? Why do you want to play fetch now? You had all day to play fetch. But, goodness. There's an audience for play fetch. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You're needy. He's so he plays I think he plays fetch with me the most out of all of them. It's Drogo. Oh, that one was tricky. It went behind something. You gonna be able to find it? Or are you gonna knock everything down in the process? Oh boy. But that is way too far away. I can't even reach that with the broom. But anyway, yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. The letter Q. It's taken forever. Yeah. Been on my TBR since 2019 or something. I don't know. Or 2018. 2019? I don't remember. I just want to finish it. I think it's going to be like 5 stars or 4 stars anyway, but it's because it is very good. It's just I can only read so many before I cry every single time. Yeah. Yeah, I think if anyone knows, it's you. I think I'm just as bad as you are with like I put stuff on my currently reading all the time. It's because I can't. Josh thinks it's so funny because he can only read one book at a time. That's it. And me, I'm like reading like I'll be reading a nonfiction book. I'll be reading multiple nonfiction books. I'll be reading graphic novels. I'll be listening to an audiobook. I'll be reading an ebook. I'll be doing this. And he's like, because right now, how many? I wonder how many it says I'm currently reading right now. My books. I have it pulled up, I think. Okay, it's not going to load. Yeah, I'm currently reading 14 books. But like I'm currently reading, like how many of those am I actively reading? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. But like, yeah, Josh doesn't understand. Like, I'm like, I always have like. Oh, you don't want to bring titles in. I was thinking about that was going to be my goal for Grinchathon, was to clean off my currently reading list. And then I looked at my currently reading list and it's like, it's a lot of nonfiction. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. It's a lot of nonfiction and like and short stories. Like there's like an Edgar Allan Poe collection I started. And yeah, let's see how many like nonfictions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 nonfiction titles, 2 like short story type titles. Oh, I should have put Nevernight on my list. I think I'm going to switch to audio for that because that book is dense. It's been good. It's just dense. But yeah, it takes me forever. So once I looked at like what my currently reading was, I'm like, oh, never mind. Never mind. And like the nonfiction books that I'm like currently reading, like I want to take my time reading because they are nonfiction and I want to actually get, I want to absorb the material, and it's like nope. So I want to take my time. So it's like collection with a punk scene. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I miss zines. Do they even like? I miss saying zines. There's a punk book on my shelf that I haven't started yet that I'm like worried is gonna. Oh, what's it called? I think it's called My First Time. I think it's called My First Time, and it's been on my shelf for a minute, on my TBR shelf, and it's a hot minute, and I'm scared to start it because it's like stories about. It's pretty much like the letter Q, but like my first time, like my first punk show kind of thing. So my first concert, my first punk concert, my first experience with punk or whatever, and I'm anxious to start it because it's gonna be like the letter Q for me. Like it's gonna be another oof. So maybe in the new year. The forgotten books, yes. Well, that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. I miss like we don't have like a local punk scene anymore. But I miss those days when there was like a local punk scene and going to shows and zines. Those were the days. Those were the days. Nostalgia. My phone. Did my phone go off? Oh, it's probably. Oh, it's commenting on the pictures from Saga I sent him. Oh, that sucks that your tablet can't have that app. I have Libby online, but I've never. Well, no, I have used it. I have used it for manga, and I send it to the Kindle usually. But I don't. I use Libby mostly just for audiobooks. I don't even know why I have Audible anymore. I guess for Audible originals, that's how they get me. But and sometimes Libby doesn't have certain audiobooks. So I do use it, but I use Libby all the time. All the time. I'm sorry. I'm still coughing from my stupid COVID. It's leftover cough stuff. Today I was starting to feel like I was getting a cold again, and I had like a week of feeling good, and now I feel like I'm getting a cold again, and I'm like, no. I already have children's chewable Tylenol sitting by the bedside ready for tonight to take before bed. Like, I don't want to be sick again. COVID was no joke. I don't want that ever again. That was awful. I can't imagine what it would have been like if I wasn't vaccinated. Because, geez, that was not fun. Everyone's like, oh, I had just mild symptoms. Oh, well, good for you. That was awful, and I don't want it ever again. Awful, awful, awful. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That it won't allow the Libby or the Scribd app. That's stupid. Oh, and it wouldn't like save your. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, mine always accommodated Kindle. My Libby app. I don't know. Maybe it's changed since. But I also have an old Kindle. I don't have like a new Kindle. And I also usually just send it to the Kindle app on my phone first. And then that syncs with that. But I lost my tissue. Unless my nose is running. I also like I think also allergies are messing with me because like I was cleaning a lot and like kicking up dust and stuff. So it was like allergies. Am I getting a cold? Who knows anymore? Or is it just leftover symptoms from COVID? Oh yeah, I guess they are kind of competitors. That's dumb. How annoying. Oh, just the apps themselves. Oh, yeah. I got the COVID. Yeah, it was awful. But I did go. I was proud of myself. I did go 3 years without getting it. So it was my first time getting it. And the people at work, the person I think gave it to me, they're like, oh, it was like my third or fourth time with it. And I'm like, gross. Not that it's their fault, but like, gross. Like, it was my first time and never again, please. I don't want it. I even said that. I'm like, I don't even go outside. I don't go outside. I don't hang out with people. I stay in my little bubble. And like, of course, I'm the one that's going to get it. Like, ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of colds going around. Lots of stuff. That's the stupid winter. Right? Right? Like, I thought it was weird too. Well, it's like my third or fourth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cool. Good for you. This is my first time, and I would like to never get it again. Thank you. The only way I survived it was good old fashioned Vicks. Thank God for Vicks, because I would have never been able to sleep without it. But yeah. It's this new variant that's going around, I think, is what the problem is. It's new, it's feisty. That's old school. Yeah. Yeah. Vicks is old school, but it works. It works. Helps you sleep because then you can actually breathe. I slathered it on every night before bed. Like, I took my hot bath so that way the steam would help. And then I slathered myself in Vicks and Vaseline on my nose to keep my nose from being rubbed raw. Yep. Good old fashioned tricks. And then that's the only way I slept at night. But yeah, Vicks is a godsend. Oh, I got Vicks in the jar. It was a little. It was just a little one. I just got a little one because you only need a little bit to slather on. But yeah, Vicks in the jar. They have the roll up stick one, but it costs so much more. And I'm like, like, just give me the jar. I don't want the rolly up stick thing. I want to get messy and slather it on. And Aria would come to like lay on my chest And she's like, and she would smell it. like, you're gonna get all stinky. You don't want that. Oh, thyme in low boiling water. Ooh, I like the smell of thyme too. Yeah, no Vicks for the cats. No. I think she was just curious what the smell was. Like she's like, that's new. They were like by my side like every day. Like, well, not that that's anything new, but they were like very, very clingy when I was sick. Cats need to smell they do everything. Speaking of my cats, where are they? Oh, Sansa's the only one. She's in the cat tree sleeping. Oh, you can. Yep. I woke her up. She heard her name. Sorry. Sansa's in the cat tree sleeping. Everyone else left. Yeah, you can see her little ears. Little ears. Well, that's not right. There. Little ears. She's in the bowl. We call that the bowl. The little round part. That cat tree is getting beat up. It's about 3 years old though, so. Because I got it about the same time that I got the cats. It was their Christmas gift. So maybe it's like only like 2.5 years. It's taken a beating. She's all snuggled. Yeah, that's her favorite spot. That's what most of the cats like, that little like bowl there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the cat tree before that was like half the size, and it broke because Bane like lunged at it, and like it had like the top piece, like this one has like the up all the way. I don't know. I gotta move my hand. Like right there's the top of it, and that piece, which was actually like down here on the smaller one, he ran full speed and jumped on it and broke it in half. And I'm like, and it was right around the time that I got the kittens, so I'm like, well, I think it's time to get a new cat tree. So that was their Christmas gift. It was an expensive cat tree, a brand new one. They love the damn thing, so it gets lots of love, and it's right in the window, so they like it in the morning. They watch the birds that come out and sit on the line out there. So. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not even tired. Just yawning. Oh yeah, I have it sitting here. I purposely sat it here. I did get the Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. Look at these edges. I didn't expect this. And it comes with a ribbon too. It's got a ribbon. Yeah. I ordered this and and then it came and I'm like, whoa, it has a ribbon too. I'm gonna put that back in there though, because the cats will attack it. But yeah, I'm like, okay. But I don't know if they all are like that or if this was just the edition I ordered. But I'm like, I got it. And I'm like, okay. She pretty. Oh, yeah. See? So it's not just me. And I think Drew put it on his TBR for Grinchathon, because I saw it and I'm like, oh, we're reading that for next month. And I'm like, and then I got mine in the mail too, and I'm like, oh, they all have pretty edges. So I think they all do. I think, but this is pretty. Yeah, she pretty. And I don't normally like real people on covers, but I kind of want all the new editions because this is really pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. I purposely have been keeping it like in my sight so I don't forget about it. Knowing my luck, it'll be like the day before. I'll be like, oh yeah, I should probably read that. Being in Barnes & Noble when Fourth Wing came out. Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't gotten Fourth Wing either. I think it's I'm I don't trust. Fourth Wing is you should see if you could go back in time, you could have probably bought it and sold that thing for money for way more, resold it. But it's too much of a TikTok book, and I don't trust the TikToks. I don't trust their book recs. I've been burned too many times. I don't trust it. So eventually, maybe I'll read it, but I'm not excited about reading Fourth Wing. I get that it's everyone's like raving about it, but like the people whose opinions that I do trust have read it and they've been like, it is not that good. And I'm like, okay. So, so yeah. It's not what I'll never get a hold of it from the library because like the holds are like 10 weeks out or something, if you're lucky, months sometimes. And I'm like, no. Months and months out. It's long. Yeah, it's long. I've heard that the writing is actually not that great. So I think I don't want to say it because I haven't read it, but I think it's probably overhyped. And I don't know if I'm going to ever read it. Good for people who love it, but I don't know if I'm ever going to read it. I'm certainly not going to drop the money that it costs in the stores for that damn book because yeah, I don't know. And I know that like a lot of people that were reading it were like, it's like, we're like, well, I remember I was in a chat and someone mentioned they were reading it and they're like, I'm reading Dragon Smut. And I'm like, oh, me too. Because I was reading a dragon smutty book at the time. But it was like, and then they mentioned, yeah, I'm reading Fourth Wing. And I'm like, oh, never mind. We're not the same. I'm like, the smut I'm reading is like smut. And from what I've heard, Fourth Wing is just a little spicy compared to what I was reading. So I'm like, okay. I don't want to judge like the book yet because I haven't read it, but I don't know if I ever will. Yeah, Dark Academia, Dragons and stuff. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, never mind. This shelf is like there coming out, but yeah, I've heard the same from people that I trust, from people that are like in love with the book, the first book. I'm like, I got 2 cups here, both filled with water because my voice and the stupid leftover COVID stuff. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. I don't know. Never say never, but it's kind of like Sarah J. Maas books. I don't know if I'm ever gonna read those either, because the people whose opinions I trust, I don't know. But like Fourth Wing is like a very TikTok-y book, and those people like to burn me. Like they were talking about Tessa Bailey. I tried a Tessa Bailey book and it was absolutely horrible. Absolutely very bad. Very bad. Like, it's probably going to be on my worst books of the year list. Wasn't that Hunting and Haunting Adeline, those two books, the cat and mouse duet is called. Those are two books on like Smutty Book Talk that are like super hyped, and they are two of the worst books I have ever read in my entire life, in my entire reading catalog. Those two books, I don't understand. I don't understand how people like those two books. But hey, everybody to each their own. You want to read it, you enjoy it, good for you. But they were two of the worst books I've ever read. So I don't trust recommendations from Book Talk anymore. I just don't do it. Unless it's someone that I follow that I trust, that has already read things that I already know that I like, then, but like, some books are just a red flag. Those two books were like, the Haunting Adeline books are just absolutely terrible. Terrible books. Ugh. And whenever you say that to the people who really love those books, they're like, oh, well, you just don't like dark romance. You just don't like stalker romances. And I'm like, no, I've read plenty of stalker romances. I've read plenty of dark romance. I've read plenty of things that happen in that book, that the smutty parts that, I've read in other books just done better. And I'm like, no, the book itself those two books are just terribly written. They have like 30 plots. Like, she does not pick a plot. And there's like 30 things going on. I could write a whole dissertation, honestly, on how terrible those books are. But I would never do that to the author because she seems like a lovely person. It's just, somebody's using the litter box again. Oh, it's Bane. Good. Take a poop. Bane's the only cat that I'm like, yeah, take a poop. So I don't have to take you to the vet and spend, thousands of dollars to get you de-pooped. What the heck was that? You just pee? Oh, and you're covered in litter. Clean yourself off, mate. Oh, he's a mess. Bane's a mess. He's a mess. But anyway, yeah. Two terrible books. I love dark romance, and I've read some messed up stuff in dark romance, but those are two worst dark romance books I've ever read, and it's solely on the plot and the writing, and it has nothing to do with any of the dark romance elements. I think like the sex scenes were probably the most tolerable scenes. It's everything else that is like, but anyway, that was last year, actually. I read those books. I'm still pissed about them. Still pissed I was convinced into reading them. I am going to do a least faves this year. I'm dreading it. Oh, I just bit my lip. I'm dreading it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a large dislike pile. So I don't know if I'm even going to do a dislike video, like worst books of the year. Like, because I don't think I've read that many. But if I do, yeah, I don't think there's gonna. Maybe I could, but it won't be very many books because I did really good this year with picking books that like I liked. There's some ebooks. Yeah, actually, maybe I will do a dislikes because there are some ebooks that I read that I'm like, that were icky. But I definitely, my favorites of the year is going to be Hell, because what am I at now? I think I'm only 11 books away or 10 books away. Damn it, I've hit the wrong button. Where's my calculator button? Yeah, I'm 11 books away. I could have probably just did that math in my head, but I'm 11 books away. Yeah. I'm 11 books away from 300. I'm close to you. Yeah, that's how I am. I'm 11 books away. I can do this. But so it's like, yeah. So narrowing down my favorites is going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know if I read a lot of dark romance this year. I read a lot of romance this year. I was going through because I've been trying to catalog all my reading and doing my spreadsheets and prepping all that stuff. And the spreadsheet I have only does it by like category of like just general category. So it's like I read a lot of romance books, but I also want to do another spreadsheet where I break it down into what type of romance, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that. But I'm definitely going to do that next year. But I read a lot of digital books this year. But like I think romance was probably the genre I read the most of, or fantasy, or a combination. But yeah, it's romance is pretty high up. But I think I wanted to divide it up into like, okay, did I read more like fantasy romance? Did I read more dark romance? Did I read more monster romance? And I think the most I've read is monster. I read a lot of monster and fantasy romance. Like if I divide them up like that. But it's a lot of romance. Yeah, romantasy. You know what's really funny is that category. I didn't read any of those books at all. The romance category, not a single book. It's that Goodreads is a joke. The Goodreads awards are a joke. They're so just such a joke. Hey Bane. Hi. Coming up? Woohoo, Bane. Bane sighting. Hi, Bane. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're dirty. Lay down. Want to lay down? No? Okay. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Okay, you just sit there. Distinguished gentleman. There you go. There you go. Oh, look at Sansi peeking up. Little head. Hey, Bane. He is so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're so handsome. You gonna come lay down? Yep, he's purring. Sansa perked her head up when you said that. She's like, what about me? Ari's bringing some. What do you got? What do you got for me? Oh, a mousey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, it's all wet. Ready? Go get it. You don't even go get it. Thought we lost you. Just talking about stupid books. The litter box is rotating again. I did read Legend. I read Legendborn and Bloodmarked this year, the sequel to Legendborn, and I think those are going to be. Top of my list. A couple indie romance books are probably going to be top of my list. There's one called The Grim Reaper's Lawyer that is like an indie romance. Is it The Grim Reaper's Lawyer? I think that's what it's called. That book is really good. I think that's going to be top of my list. I'm not sure yet, though. I'm still deciding. It's hard though. It's really hard. It's gonna be really hard. Yeah, Grim Reaper's Lawyer. It's a indie romance book by Mia Monique something. Who is it by? Grim Reaper's Lawyer. That what? Why did it come up with? Why is there? Why is there? Okay. Freaking Florida. I can't. Mia Monique. See, I was right. Mia Monique. Look at me go. Yeah, it's gonna be eventually be a series, but yeah, that's pretty high up on my list. That was a really good book. It's basically like this lawyer who, yeah, she gets sent to basically hell, basically, and gets an offer to be a lawyer or whatever, or go to hell and purgatory or something like that. But it's really good. It was really good. I really liked it. I think I read that early in the year though. I think I read it February or March. I can't remember. I want her to write the next one. She hasn't finished it yet, but I follow her on Instagram. I'm like, oh, and like I need the second book. That was a good book, but yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know. Dark romance? I wouldn't consider it dark romance. We'll consider it more fantasy-esque. What does Goodreads say? Yeah, fantasy paranormal romance. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't consider it a dark romance. But it's really good. It's really good. I also just read the sequel. What was it? The third or fourth book? I think it was the third book in a series, in a romance fantasy series, and I forget what it's called. I literally just finished it, and it's gonna end up on my top of my list this year, but it's can't remember. I literally just finished it this month, and it's like, but it was the third book. I don't remember what the first book is called, but I read all of them this year, and I think that's going to be high up on my list. And now I have to wait. Forged by Malice. It's called, what is the name of that series? Beasts of the Briar series. I literally read it because the name of the author is Elizabeth Helen, because that's my name. That's my name. That's my first and my middle name. And so when I saw it, I'm like, I want to read this book. And it was like suggested for me anyway, because it's like, this is romance and fantasy. And I'm like, ooh. And the third book, like, because it just came out this month, and I have to wait till September for the next one. And that was, oof. But yeah, I literally picked it up because that's my name, but it's actually two sisters that write, and that's their first names. It's Elizabeth and Helen, and they write the books together, and that's their first names. But I literally picked it up because I'm like, okay, because it suggested it, and I'm like, when did I write a book? I mean, I am trying to write a book, but like, I'm like, oh, I wrote a fantasy series when. And it's actually really good. I've been really enjoying it. But now that book left on like multiple cliffhangers, and now I have to wait till September, and I'm like I should have waited to read that book. But hi, sun and stars. How's the moon in my life? You just gonna stare at me? I love you, Drogo. I love you. Give me I love you eyes. I love you. Wanna come up? Up. Up. No? Okay, just stare at me then. Yeah, it's Sisters. It's an author team. Sisters. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. Hi, Drogi. Hi, Drogo. Nice butt in my face. I asked for this. Oh, your goodness. Oh, your goodness. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, he's like, no, I don't want to look at him. He's like, I'd rather put my butt in their face. Just a Drogo butt. Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to show you my face. I'm just going to stick my butt up. My tail. Happy boy. Oh, he's laying down. I felt so bad. Oh, I felt so bad. I was telling like the people at work. So when I got COVID, I called off the first day because I didn't know that I had COVID, but I knew that I was sick. And I called off the first day because I felt like a truck hit me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work from home this day. And, and then I'll see how I feel tomorrow. And obviously, I didn't know what I had. And halfway through the day, not to get too gross, but halfway through the day, I started like throwing up. And the first time that I'm like, oh no, when you like start to get sweaty and you feel like, oh, something's up. He was on my lap, but like I was so like sick feeling that I like stood up, hoping that he would like jump down, and like I had to rush to get to the bathroom. And he did not jump down, and he fell off of my lap, and it haunts me to this day that he is so trusting. And like I felt so bad. And then like it's so gross, but as I'm throwing up, I look out in the hallway, and he's like in the hallway, like his eyes, like he's waking up, and he's like looking at me like, what the hell, mom? Like accusatory. And like I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I like had to rush to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm so sorry, buddy. I felt so bad. Oh, like I can just see him. I still see it in my head, like knocking him off my lap. And the poor guy just fell. Like he didn't even like, and he just kind of looked at me like, what the hell, mom? I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm still sorry about it. I felt so bad. No, he did not even land on his feet either. He just flopped. And it's not that far of a fall. Thank goodness. I'm pretty close to the floor, but oh my goodness. I felt so bad. Yeah. And he's still, I mean, he's back on my lap, but I felt so bad. Poor guy. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was awful. It's awful. Poor guy. And he just wanted to be on my lap and just take care of me. And here I am just yeeting him off of my lap. It was either that or throw up on you, buddy. And you didn't want that. But yeah. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. Poor guy. I think he has. I think he's forgotten completely. I don't think he even was phased, really. He's just mad for like a few minutes. Oh my goodness. I think once he realized that I was sick, and then he's like, oh. It's like, mommy's hacking up a hairball. He's my buddy, though. He is my kitty. Josh always gets mad because him and Obi, the boys especially. Bane loves everybody, but like Drogo and Obi are like my two, the two boy. Well, everyone loves me. The girls too. But the girls like Josh a lot, but the boys are like my babies. Like they are always with me. Like they always lay with me. Everybody lays with me because I feed them. But Josh gets like annoyed. He's like, Obi never lays with me. Drogo never lays with me. And I'm like, well, you don't feed them. Open up a couple cans of food and they'll be your best friend. Drogo's always been my bestie. He's my bestie. Aren't you? My bestie. My bestie. He's a good boy. It's just a hairball situation. That's what I feel like they thought, that it was just me. Because they say that cats think that you're like just a big cat. Like they say that cats view you as one big cat. And I just imagine like me being sick and throwing up, and they're just like imagining that I was just had a hairball. Hi, Dane. You're back. Hi. Sorry, my lap's taken up again. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, my love. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh my goodness. My boys. Cats do appreciate the yeah. He won't though. Josh gave them dry food when I was sick, but he didn't give them the wet food. So I had to hobble my way downstairs anyway because I had to fill up my water cups. But I do mean I had multiple water cups. I always do now. It's like I lose my voice so easily now. Yeah. Once the wet food's gone, it's like there's no food there at all. But anyway. What was I talking about? I was talking about romances. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. I love you. Yeah, I think the most like romance genres that I've read, because I was like, I haven't broken it down yet, but if I do break it down, I think the majority of it is either monster romance, if I make that a genre, or fantasy romance. And then maybe dark romance after that. Oh my goodness, no, this book is going to be at the top of my list too. I read this book called Berries and Greed. Is the first in a series, and that was romance, and I like a fantasy romance with monsters, paranormal romance. That was super freaking cute. Actually, it was smutty, but it was cute too. It was really sweet. It was really sweet. Actually, I read that on ebook, and I want a physical book of that. But I can't wait for the next, like that book just came out in June, and now I can't wait for the next one. I think that she has her next one's going to come out next month. Not next month, next year. And I cannot wait to read more in this series. It's like Deep Earth Dating series it's called, and I can't wait. I am, but I'm also not at the same time. That's another goal I have for the new year, is to actually like make a spreadsheet on all my series. Now that spreadsheets are like all I do for work, why not bring them into my personal life? But there's like 500 pages for romance. Yeah. Which one was that? This one? Some of them are, oh yeah. Berries and Greed was 564 pages, but it didn't feel like that. I think I read it in like one day. Yeah, 564. Yeah. Sometimes those long romances feel very long. That one did not feel long at all. It was really cute. I'm pretty sure I read it in a day. Maybe 2 days. At the most 2 days. Because I was like, it had me by the throat, this book. It was so good. It was so cute. So cute. I loved it. I know. And I want to get, my goal this year was to finish some series. And I think I've done that, but I haven't really thought about it yet. I think I've done that, but I think more what I've done is like started new series and then finished them. as opposed to like finishing the series that have already been started on my shelf. Because there's a lot over there. Next year, I'm going to make it a priority to clear off those series shelves. I think I've started a lot and finished, but not finished a lot that I've already started, if that makes sense. It's easy when it's like romance or something, because it's usually a lot of the romance books I read, because I have Kindle Unlimited. So I read a lot of them on the Kindle. And like, then it's like, do you want to read the next one? Like, yeah, sure. And then I'll just start the next book. So it's easier for me. I think it's probably an ADHD thing. Let's be real. So I think it's easier for me to like, just be like, yeah, like go ahead, read the next one. And to be caught up in the series, and then get really annoyed when you find out that you're caught up and there's not a next book yet. But as opposed to actually going to my shelf and finishing series. But yeah, see, that's what I want to go into the new year with a spreadsheet like that, or at least start one. And we'll say I want to have one by February. Let's be real. I'm not going to make one this month probably, but yeah, I want a spreadsheet like that says like continuing, caught up, finished. Because there's so many. But yeah, another series that I think I'm caught up on. Actually, should is the I don't even know what the name of the series is. Each book is like its own story, but you can technically read them all. I don't know if they have any characters. I don't think they ever have any characters overlap. The Lady Jane's series, yeah, I'm caught up on that. I want them to make more of those books. The last one was published in 2022. Are they making more? Oh no, they do have more. It's in the Mary series. Oh, they made a Mary series. Well, let me just mark all these as want to read. But the Lady Jane series, I guess I read all of those Lady Jane series. My Lady Jane, My Plain Jane, and Calamity Jane were awesome. They were so funny. And I read all of them, but I listened to the audiobooks for those, and they were all like funny, like witty, and just really good. Oh god. Oh, you did bring me a mouse. That's why your brother's jumping down, because he knows that you brought a mouse that I'm gonna throw, and he's gonna snatch it from you. Get it, Ari. She never gets it. She just likes bringing it to me and yelling at me. How is there only one person? It's magic. Well, maybe she got booted. Oh, she didn't get booted. I don't know. I don't know why it only says one. Whatever. Who cares? Am I here? Are you here? Are we here? It's a glitch. It's a glitch in the matrix. Oh. Whatever. Now it says 2. Whatever. Yeah, let's see. I need to do a spreadsheet. I know that there's books that I've started in series. If I've started them digitally, there's no way that my brain will know if I have continued or not. But if I have a physical copy of it, which there's a lot of series that I do have physical copies of, and I want to write down that. I want to do a whole spreadsheet of that. The digital ones are harder because it's like, but I like that Kindle does have that, like, Kindle has like continue a series that you've started, but it's not always like all of them. So it's like a lot of times I end up missing things. But I need to do a big spreadsheet. Yeah, like digital, if I've listened, especially for the way my brain works, if it's not physically in front of me, like if I don't have a physical copy of it, my brain is like, it doesn't exist. Which is the problem with a lot of like ebooks. That's why it's a problem when I go through picking my favorite books of the year, though. That's why it's a problem, because like I really need to go through my spreadsheets and stuff, because I read a lot of digital books this year. So it's like I gotta remember, oh yeah, you did read that book. Which is why I like to get physical copies of the books that I really loved, so that way I have the visual. But it's tricky. It's the object permanence part of ADHD. It's a pain in the ass. It's so annoying. If I don't see something, it doesn't exist. It's so annoying. And it took me forever to figure out. And I think that's why I drug my feet so long with ebooks. I think that's like one of the biggest reasons was it wasn't tangible for me. And now it's like all I do is listen to audiobooks and read ebooks, because I always have the book with me because it's always on my phone. I take the Kindle with me when I travel now because it's lighter and you can read more books instead of just thinking about bringing one book with you. Yeah. So I definitely read less. I did listen to a lot of audiobooks that I do have physical copies of from like Libby, because another one of my goals this year was to get caught up on to read more of my Owl Crate books and my Rainbow Crate books, because I was just getting these books and like hoarding them and not reading them. So, and I think I've done that this year. I've done pretty good. I've caught up a bit. I'm still not caught up, but I've caught up a bit with those books. But the way I did that this year was listening to a lot of audiobooks. Because like I said, I can do like an audiobook a day now that I work. Now that I work an office job, it's nice. Because I listen to 2 times the speed, because I can't do slow anymore. I used to be able to, but now I can't. I can't do anything less than 2. So, and if it's like an 8-hour audiobook, that's 4 hours. Or if it's like a 10-hour audiobook, that's 5 hours. So like, I read so many. And this year I graduated, which like I forgot about already. But this year I graduated in May. So like, if I read 300 books almost this year, and I was a half the year I was in school busting my ass and, busy, imagine what it's going to be like next year. Like, am I going to read 600 books next year? No. But still, it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. Ooh, cookies. Sorry, I got distracted by the cookies. Cookies in the cupboard. See, now if it's something like cookies, I will search it out. I know. I'll just show up at your door like please, Shannon, may I have some cookies? I never make cookies. So like whenever I see them, I'm like, oh man, cookies. I could go for some cookies. The only cookies that I make are those Pillsbury ones that like sometimes I like to get those ones when they have like the weird shapes on them. Sometimes like they'll do like ghost ones for Halloween, or I'm sure they have right now. They probably have Christmas tree ones probably for Christmas or something. I like those. They're easy. You throw them on a sheet and they're done. Vegetarian cookies. What are you putting meat in your cookies for? They should all be vegetarian, shouldn't they? Oh, I eat eggs. I'm what they call an oval vegetarian. I eat butter too. No, vegan cookies. Vegan cookies is probably what you're thinking. No, I eat eggs. Yeah. I love sugar cookies. Love sugar cookies. I like ginger snaps too, but I love sugar cookies. Yeah. There's no substitutes unless you're using something like lard in your cookies or something. Then no. I eat eggs and I eat butter. I'm not vegan, so. But there are some vegetarians who don't eat eggs either, but I eat eggs because eggs are just chickens, period. Chickens are going to lay eggs regardless. I mean, yes, they are like factory farmed and that's like bad news bears, but like I don't eat eggs very often. And I have friends who have chickens. I have a coworker that has chickens, and I have a friend that has chickens. So whenever I need eggs, I can always just ask them. But no, I still eat eggs, but not very often. I think that I'm borderline allergic to eggs because they make me really sleepy. If I eat eggs by themselves, they make me like sleepy. And I work with my cousin, and she said that she's allergic to eggs because she found out she went to the doctor once, and she said something about the flu shot because she ended up being like allergic to the flu shot. She had like an allergic reaction to it when she got it the first time. And they're like, "Oh, are you allergic to eggs?" And she's like, "I don't know. Like, whenever I eat eggs, they turn my stomach. So maybe that's it." And he goes, "Yeah, you're probably allergic to eggs. And that's probably why you had the allergic reaction to the flu shot. Because something to do, there's eggs in the flu shot. I don't know. Or some kind of thing that's also in eggs is also in the flu shot. I don't know. But she was explaining it to me. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, maybe that's why I always get sleepy after I eat eggs. Yeah, there's something that's also in eggs is also in the flu shot or something. I never get a flu shot either. So like, but she said that, and then I'm like, oh, well, eggs always make me like really sleepy, and I don't know if that's just in my head or if I'm just crazy, or if I'm crazy or if that's like a thing. I don't know. But now she has me like all paranoid. Yeah, see, I never got the flu shot before. Even though it was free at my work and I could have gotten it, but I just never. It's the doctor phobia thing. Like it's shit. I don't like needles. But like when I got the COVID shot, I should have got a flu shot right when I got the COVID shot, but I didn't because now I'm all paranoid that what if I'm allergic to it. But I did get the COVID shot because I like I said, I hate to imagine what it would have been like without the vaccine because that was not fun. And I probably would have been hospitalized without the vaccine because that was rough. That was really rough. Like not being able to breathe. And I was like, it was like by the time I got down the stairs to get water, I was that exhausted that you would have like huffing and puffing that you would have thought that I just ran a marathon. Like, oof. Impervious. It's not pretentious. It's just a good word. Yeah, I think a lot of people got like the combo this year. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how I got all that stuff here. Excuse me. Ooh, Dutch. Some sugar snaps. My eyes are watering. But yeah. It helps now that I also don't work with the public anymore. I'm less sick. I'm still getting sick because Josh is bringing home everything, I swear to God. But or I get it from the people at work, but like I don't go outside like ever. I go out to get groceries. That's it. Just to get food. Otherwise I wouldn't even need to go outside. But yeah, I don't miss working at CVS and getting everything. I was always sick. It was awful. It was awful. I don't know how I didn't get COVID. Well, maybe I did and I was just asymptomatic, but like they would have let me have off anyway. But yeah, like I'm shocked I didn't get COVID when I worked there. But ugh, awful. Awful stuff. Don't recommend. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. Stay vaccinated, folks. What are you dreaming? Oh, she's back to sleep. She like woke up with a start. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Don't recommend. Yeah, negative 10 out of negative 10. It was awful. Oh, God. Absolutely awful. Some of my coworkers like saying, "Oh, this is like the fourth time I've had it." What are you doing in your life? This is the fourth time that this has hit you. I mean, I know I'm antisocial, but come on. My Lord. I don't think they got like the boosters or anything though, or those people. So I got boosted and everything, and it still hit me like that. Can't imagine if I would have been unvaxxed. I would probably have been in the hospital because that was awful. I know my coworker she had to get like antiviral, the COVID antiviral drugs that they have now. And she said once she took that, her symptoms like lessened. I didn't even bother with that. I didn't go to the doctor for that or anything. I just slept a lot. But like I couldn't imagine like, oh my gosh, like if I wouldn't have been vaccinated, it would have been awful. Stay vaxxed, people. Oh, it's bath time. Santa. Santa. She's ignoring me. She's like, I'm cleaning, Mom. Yeah, she's like, look at her. She's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care what you're saying. It's funny because it's funny, like their names, like Santa, especially because I always say her name like that. I'm always like, Santa. And so when she meows, it's like a little squeak like that. And it's like she goes, ha ha, is how she like meows. And I'm like, I think it's because I say her name like that, but that's how she meows. Because they say that like the cats meow because they're trying to mock us, like they're trying to like mock us or whatever. Otherwise, they wouldn't meow. And I think it's true because yeah, whenever she meows, it's like it's like little squeaks like that, and it sounds like I say like the way I say her name. Yeah, yeah. And I can't get her to do it now because she's way too distracted with her washing. Santa, Santa, hi. Nothing. Never mind. She's not gonna talk. She's like, shut up. I'm washing. Yeah. It's cleaning time. She took her nap. Now it's bath time. Well, I took my bath too early for her because she was already asleep. when I took my bath. But usually she's in the bathtub with me, basically. She sits on the ledge of the bathtub and dips her tail into the water while I take a bath. She loves bubble baths. It's weird. She'll just let her tail just dip in, which is real fun when you're reading and she flips water all over freaking what you're trying to do. Because I like to read in the bath, but you got to be careful with her because she'll just throw water all over the place. She's wrinkled many a books. Many a books. I think out of all the books on my shelf, though, I think I've only dropped in one. I think it was whatchamacallit. The Laura Jean books. The first one. I think I dropped it in the tub, which is no big deal because I didn't like that series anyway. That's a series that I haven't read the last book in the series, and I think once I go through my series, I think that's a series that I'm not gonna finish. It's only one book though, but it's gonna be like a hate read because I did not like the other ones. So yeah. P.S. I love you or whatever. Yeah, that series. I didn't like the first one. Then I liked the second one, but I still also didn't like it. And then I didn't watch the Netflix films because I didn't like the books. But I don't like Peter. He's a piece of shit. He's a terrible love interest. And I just can't get past it. And then like the sequel, they introduced kind of like a love triangle, and I know she's going to end up with Peter, even though the sequel entered a new guy and I liked him way better. But like, and so I haven't read the third book yet because I think it's just going to piss me off. And Peter is trash. He is absolute trash. I hate him so much. I'm sure the Netflix series makes him more invested, but I don't know if I'm ever going to finish this series because I have strong feelings. Maybe I will finish those series just so I have a bad book to read to put on my worst books of the year list for next year. Because I already know that I'm not going to like it though. Yeah, it's just, I hated Peter. I hated him. He was a terrible love interest. He like the second book and the first book, but the second book, he's like gaslighting her the whole time. And I'm just like, and everyone and their mom was swooning over him. And I'm like, he's not. Oh, yeah, that's good. See how long the audio is. See, that's a good idea. I don't know what the name of the PSP. That's a good idea. Always and Forever Laura Jean. That's the last book. Do they have it in audio? Hello? Well, they have it in physical. To All the Boys I Loved Before. That's the name of the first book. They do have it. I'm going to tag it so I remember. Put it in my series to continue. It's only 9 hours. That's like half a day at work because I listen at 2 times the speed. Maybe I could finish it. Maybe. I'll probably still be mad. Close enough. I think the sequel, the second book is like P.S. I Still Love You or something. So you were close. Do I want to start any series next year? Oh, I don't know. It's the year of the dragon next year. I found out in the Discord. I think Firecats mentioned it. And now it makes me want to read what is it? What's that series with the dragon? But the books are thick. It begins with an A. It begins with an E. Books. Aragon? That series? The Inheritance Cycle series? Is that it? How many books are in? Oh my god, never mind. There's 5 books in that series. They just came out with a new one? This year? Oh. But those books are big. So I don't know. I'm a horse, I think. I think I'm the year of the horse. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, I'm a horse and I'm a horse and I'm a Gemini. No, it's those the dragon books. They're Aragon. They made a Netflix show, didn't they? Or maybe or some kind of show somewhere. Aragon. This one. This one. You know, with the dragon. But I don't know if they're gonna be any good. And they're really thick books. I have them on my TBR shelf, but now I found out they just put out a new one now. I'm like, I don't know. Hi, Obi. Hi, Oberon. Come on up. Obi. Come on. Obi. Come on up. 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 Yeah, come on up. Up. Oberon. Obi. Oh my goodness, you're cute though. You just want me to pet you. You just want me to pet you. You know you can jump up here and you can get out of the ovens. Come on up. Come on up. Up. Yeah, come on up. You can do it. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Obi. Hi, Obi. Hi, Obi. Yeah, your brother was just here. Both your brothers. It is a boy night. Are you going to lay down? Nope, he's not. Oh. Oh, see? Yeah. See, that's why I'm like, I don't think I'm going to like it. Yeah, and they're thick. They're thick books too. Dragon romances are a way better option. Yeah, I know. I'm sure I have some on my TBR that I need to go through. Will you lay down? Oof, 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 oof. I know you want to be held like a baby. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go. There you go. Is that better? Better. Better. You're so cute. Oh, that's a Discord chime. You're so cute. Oh, perfect boy. Ow, you're stuck. His blinky eye. Oh, he's falling asleep. Nope, nope, no, he's not. You got it's on your chin. Tip on your chin. Is that food? You're a mess. You're a mess. Clean your face. Oh, he's falling asleep. He likes to be held like a baby. Hope he does. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm glad you joined the Discord. Yeah. It's like you were always there. Obi is he's living his best life now. You heard him complain. He complains when I like grab him to put him in this position because I don't think he knows what I'm doing. And then every time, once he gets like held like a baby, then he's like falling asleep. Got stuff in your whiskers. Oh my goodness, you're a mess. His little nose. He's falling asleep. Sleepy boy. Sleepy boy. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah, he does. He's out. Yep, now he's out. Little baby. Little baby. Social media. Yeah. There's still things I'm learning about it. I learned a lot through my writing because I have a writing one for a Central Pennsylvania writing one that I started for NaNoWriMo. And the people on that one helped me a lot with like learning how to do certain things. They have like a writing bot, but I don't think they have like at least I haven't found, I mean, they probably do somewhere, but I haven't found one yet. But I think I'm sure there's some somewhere, but like the writing bot, you basically like tell the bot to run the sprints for you, and it runs it for you, and it like calculates how much you've written and how many words and all that. Be cool to have something like that for reading sprints, but that like everyone could use. But I haven't found one yet. And also, it was a pain in the ass to install on the writing. Yeah, of course it's okay. Just make yourself comfortable. It's for everybody. It's not just mine. It's for everybody. Yeah, it takes some time to get used to things, and yeah, just play around with it. You won't break anything. Only I can break things on my end. But yeah, it's for everybody. You just mess around until you figure things out. Yeah, see the sprint, the at least on my writing one, it doesn't use GIFs though. That's the only downside. It doesn't do GIFs or anything. It does like emojis sometimes. Like it picks random, like sometimes it'll do a bunch of dragons or a bunch of books or something. But or a bunch of writing utensils, but like it never does. Oh, he's up. He's up and looking around. But it never does GIFs, which is kind of a bummer. That's what I'm here for, the stupid GIFs. Um, but it does like run the sprint by itself then. Like it's really handy for writing. It's helped me write quite a bit of my novel. Because it like you'll just tell it, "Hey, sprint," and then you'll enter like how many words you start with, and then when the sprint is over, it'll be like, "Hey, you have to enter your sprint, your how many words you wrote," and then it'll calculate how many like you'll put your new word title, your new word count in, and it'll calculate like how many sprints, how many words you wrote or whatever, or how many words per minute or whatever. It's actually pretty cool. And if like more than one person uses a sprint bot at a time and enters their word count, it'll do like a ranking thing. It'll be like, okay, this person wrote the most words, this person wrote the least amount of words, and I think that's pretty cool. I always ended up like number 3 always whenever it was other people that were sprinting with me. It's like just me, but I haven't found one of those for like reading. I'm sure they exist. I just haven't found one or went through the painstaking of installing it. I think if I did find one though, I would put it probably in a separate channel, like a separate category, like put the sprint bot by itself and then a section for sprints whenever people want to run them manually. But I'm sure they exist. I just haven't installed one or found one yet. But yeah. If I find it, maybe next Scrinchathon, there'll be a reading sprint. What I have to do is I have to snoop on a couple other readathons and see if they have one. Just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to steal that bot. Not steal, but I'm going to use the same bot. Yeah, it's really cool. But you can like change it too. Like you can say like its default is 15-minute sprints for the writing one, but you can put it in and have it like, okay, I want to sprint for 20 minutes, I want to sprint for a half hour, blah blah blah, and change it. Ooh, Ooh. What are you doing? Did you just like wheeze? What was that? Are you breathing fire? What is happening? What are you doing? It was weird. Is that a sigh? I love you. I love you, baby. He is a dragon in disguise. He's not even the You think Drogo would be the dragon in disguise? Joke's on me. Did I name you wrong? No, you're my Obi, buddy. I trimmed his back nails yesterday, and he watched me do it, and he like looked at me really weird the whole time. He's like, "What are you doing, Mom? They were too long, bud. They were hurting Mommy." He's just a baby. He's a baby. Yeah. Oh. Sure, stretch out. Yep. Don't mind me. As long as you're comfortable. You good? Okay. As long as you're good. He's just as comfy as can be. Okay. Little tiger arms. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm sure there is one. I just haven't found it yet. Like I said, next readathon. In the next round. See if this one is. Oh, right here. No, this one's a manual one too. Never mind. There has to be one. Like, there has to be a bot. There has to be one. But I just haven't found it yet. Oh, yeah. January. Oh, yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Oh, you done? You done with me? Oh. You've rotated in my arms. Are you leaving? I think the neighbors. We just got new neighbors, and I think they're. Yeah, I think he's going to see what noise is going on. Yeah, it has. It's getting late too. It's past my bedtime. I don't. So far, they've been a little loud outside, but inside, I haven't heard them yet. I don't think they're fully moved in yet, though. I met one of them yesterday as I was coming home from taking Josh to work. She introduced herself, and I'm like, "Hi, I don't really want to talk to people. Nice to meet you, but I don't like talking to people. I'm antisocial. Bye." But yeah, so far it's not as noisy, so it's definitely not what I had before. So far, I haven't heard them like in the house. I've only heard them outside when they're moving stuff, which is to be expected. But they're still moving. They've been moving since like the beginning of the month, and I'm like, not me. I was telling Josh, I'm like, when I move, it's like 1 or 2 day event, and then I'm done. I don't want to stretch it out. Run a U-Haul and let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. You had to go back because of the shipment. Ugh. Sorry, my eyes are so itchy too. Allergies. I think that's like another thing is like allergies have been kicking my butt too, and it's like winter, but like we've had this like heat wave kind of thing come through, and it's like my body is like really confused. What date did we set? The 18th? Is that what we said? I'm sorry. I'm scratching my eyes. As long as they don't turn out poofy like last time. The other day I was reading the letter Q, and I could start crying, and I went to wipe my eye, and I think I scratched it or something because it was like poofy. And Josh was like looking at it. That I was on. Well, I told everyone on Discord, yeah. And I'm like, okay, what the heck? And this still works for me. I don't have plans. I'm going away on vacation. See, this is why I ended Grinchathon on the 22nd, because I knew that I was going on vacation the last week of December, because I'm leaving on the 23rd. See, I knew. I didn't know, but I suspected. Yep, still works for me. Same time, 7. Yeah. Yep, it's in my calendar. And it's pretty. It's pretty. I think it's going to be good, too. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in this world. So pretty. So pretty. It does. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. We booked last minute tickets too, so hopefully. Like we Josh like threw his credit card at me. He's like, "Here, book this. I gotta go to work." I'm like, okay. I think it's gonna be good. And also, well, I've been trying to write my pirate book, and it's like it'll be a nice break from my own pirate crap, my crappy book. Be a nice break to read some good pirates instead of my crap that I've been trying to write. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hopefully it's actually warm this time. Hopefully it's actually warm and not the coldest. Last year when we went, it was the coldest. It was the coldest winter. No, the coldest Christmas they had in over 30 years. So hopefully we don't get that. Right now the weather looks great, but that's how it was last time too. It looked good, and then we got there and it was not good. Pulling up my blankie. But yeah, it was bad luck last year. But yeah, then another series finished. Yeah, unless they end up adding more to this series, which we technically had this finished before because it was supposed to only be a duology. Technically, this is its own story, right? So I think, I don't want to read too much, but technically this is its own story. So it's technically like a spin-off. I don't know, but get 2 points for 2 finishes. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, my eye. Itchy eyes. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Everybody's fading. I'm gonna go finish Saga and then read some more of my ebook until I pass out. Yeah, it was good. It was good to hang out, even though we didn't have a book to read. It was nice to just chit chat about my cats. Mostly just my stupid cats. I'm gonna try to read. Well, we still have a couple days left. Tomorrow, I don't know how my reading's gonna be tomorrow, because tomorrow is the anniversary of my friend passing away. So I don't know. I'm okay now, but I'm already like trying to like prep myself mentally for being off tomorrow, like mentally off tomorrow. So we'll see. I might be okay though. I might be okay. It's been 3 years. But it's still a little every year. But oh, there's something on my blanket. But I think maybe it'll either be I'll read a lot because I want to be distracted, or it'll be, oh, I just want to wallow. But Josh is home tomorrow, and we've been watching The Walking Dead, the last season. I'm so sick of that show. I hate it. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm like, it's gone on too long. I don't care about any of these people anymore. And Wow, because I feel that way during the show, I've been reading while watching it, which is something that Josh usually gives me shit for. But I've been reading and watching it because he knows I don't actually really care that much. So I might get some reading done during that too. And he might be a distraction being home, so maybe I'll be okay tomorrow. We'll see. You know what I should? I haven't started the zombie book yet that I had on my TBR. I haven't started this yet. So what I could do is do a twofer and read this tomorrow. And I could probably, this is really big font too. So I could probably read this in one sitting while watching Walking Dead. But I've been reading this series for so freaking long. And this one has been on my TBR so many times that, like, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I just want to be done with it. He's, like, making me watch this stupid show. I don't want to watch it anymore. It's not even like the zombie scenarios. It's like you barely see zombies anymore. It's just the people that you see. The zombies are just there. It's like stupid people and their stupid actions and hating on each other. Anyway, it's the people I don't like. Let the zombies take over already. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe we need to just let humanity go in the Walking Dead universe. Anyway, classic, like a soap opera. It is. It's basically like a soap opera at this point. Like, I don't care about these people. Let's get back to the real problem, the zombies. Anyway, I'll let you guys go to sleep or rest or read or do whatever you're doing. I'm going to flush my eyes out because they're freaking dry or something. And then I'm going to take some Tylenol and I'm going to read and go to bed. I'll see you later. I will see you tomorrow. If you're on the Discord, I will see you tomorrow on the Discord. I work in office tomorrow, so I don't know how active I'll be on the Discord during the daytime, but I do have a lot of reports to run tomorrow. I have to do double the amount of work, so I might actually be on Discord just hanging out while I'm waiting for my stuff to run. So we'll see. Anyway, and reading on my phone. But I will see you guys on the Discord. Have a good rest of Grinchathon. Have a good night. Bye. See you here next month. Next year. See you next year. It's funny, Obi. Okay. He didn't think it was funny. Good night. Good night.